something cool, yeah. So Roblox has added a new system. They've updated their sounds, yeah, where the sounds are smart, where they can detect where you're inside more now. So when you're in the closed up area, sounds from a part that's from outside, it will make the sounds from outside a bit quieter now. If your view's inside something like a building or something. So I used that to my advantage, right? And I made sounds inside the bus, yeah. I made an invisible part inside the bus where there's sounds, right? And then I also made a part outside the bus where there's sounds. So I'll show you right now. Both of the parts are invisible, right? So where's the outside part? Right. Um, fucking. So you can literally do outside, yeah. So Roblox is actually smart, yeah. So I put this part here, yeah. That's the outside sounds. And I put the both area sounds. It's literally circulating interior. Yeah, because as we know, there's some sounds that you can only hear from outside the bus, and there's some sounds that you hear from interior and outside. Do you get me? I've taken notice to that. So basically, like I'll say the sound that you can really only hear from outside would have to be the fuel injectors. You know that clicking noise that goes. You know that fucking noise. That's basically the fuel injectors as they inject fuel into each cylinder, so that the cylinder can use that fuel to generate more power, so that the engine keeps running. And if you know combustion, the fuel and the stroke that that the engine is that the cylinders are on when they're on their power stroke. Basically, the power stroke is when they mix the cylinder, they mix with the fuel with the air mixture, and then as the cylinder comes up, it releases an explosion. So the cylinder goes back down, and that's what makes the noise from the exhaust. That's what creates the noise that goes all the way down to the exhaust. It travels through the cylinders down to the exhaust pipe hole. So yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going off topic here, yeah, but bro, I'm always open to teach people that need the help they can. I mean, I'm not always open. Nah, I'm not a free guy in it. Nah, I'm a busy guy. But yeah, let's get to it. You'll notice there's sounds that you hear inside, and the sounds that you hear outside. Well, the sounds that you hear inside will fade as we go outside, and then there's sounds outside that you won't be able to hear inside, right? No scripts were involved. This is all Roblox's work. Listen, yeah. No scripts were fucking involved for this. I promise you on my life, no scripts were involved for this. That is fucking sick, Roblox. Roblox, thank you. Roblox, I fucking thank you. The only problem here is that obviously, like IRL, if the doors open, if any passage opened where, you were able to hear sounds from, like if the doors open, for example, you would be able to hear it more IRL. But on Roblox, they've only done it like it depends on your point of view. It depends where the camera's viewing. Like you see this here, this is literally the camera. This is the camera, bro. So it depends on the camera's position. It doesn't depend like on small things like the door, bro. Wait, hold on. Okay, alright. Well, yeah, anyways, just have a listen. Also, I did a feature, yeah. If you're still in the video, thank you. If you're still here watching the video, I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, and you haven't got bored and you clicked off like most people, yeah, at this point. I also made a feature with this thing, right, where it depends on the throttle position, because this is a thing I've noticed with buses, yeah. If you'll notice this, when you've had a fast driver, right, when they stop throttling, you'll notice after a bit of fast driving they've done, the bus will downshift as it slows down a bit higher than usual as it comes to a stop. Rather than if you had a slow driver, the bus would just downshift at low revs. But when you've had a fast driver, you'll notice this. Whether you've just came out of a motorway and the driver was fully pedaling, you'll notice that the bus will downshift a bit earlier as it slows down. Once it's came out of that fast driving, and it just goes, and the driver just puts on the brakes, isn't it? Once the buses just came out from having a fast driver, the downshifts will be a bit higher. But if the driver was keeping the throttle moderate, if he was keeping it low, you'll notice the bus just does like normal downshifts. I did it with this thing. I did it with this thing, yeah. So first, yeah, we're gonna do some slow driving, and then I'll show you what it does, yeah, as it downshifts, as it slows down with fast driving, and I'll compare that to how it downshifts as it slowed with slow driving in. Right. So let's do slow driving, yeah. Hold on. Oh, I also did a thing, yeah. Voiths do this thing, right? Voiths also do this thing where if the thing clocks that the thing is going a bit too fast to be on first gear still, they do this especially on hills as they're going down hills. If the thing detects that it's a bit too it's a bit too long on first gear, yeah, judging by the wheel speed, yeah, it will automatically go into second gear. The driver doesn't even need to throttle it. You'll notice that, bro. Whether it be you get on the you happen to be in a temporary light position and the bus is going slow down the hill, so he's not throttling down the hill. So you'll notice as he goes a bit faster down the hill, the engine hasn't even revved up, but it'll just automatically switch into the second gear. I'll show that here. I made that feature. Hold on. So you can see it's going up. I'm going faster, yeah. So the thing clocked that. The reason they do this is that so that obviously the bus isn't going too fast on the first gear, innit? That'll be weird. And like obviously like if you were to throttle, by the time you throttled up, the bus would over rev as well. Like let's see. Watch. By the time I throttle up, my bus would just over rev. See what I mean? That's why they do that. Right, now see how it is when I slow down from slow driving. And of course I had to do the classic automatic going from gear 0 to gear 1 or to -1, whatever. Basically buses do that to save fuel, and as they go into gear 0, aka no gear at all, aka neutral, yeah, as they automatically go into neutral, the engine revs up, then it revs down, and as they go back into gear 1 or they go into reverse, the engine will go down and then up again. See, it goes down and up, then when it goes into neutral, it goes up and down. I don't know specifically why the engine does that, but I noticed on old classical Voiths, yeah, on old classical Voiths, they did this thing where when they went into neutral, the idle RPM would just raise. It wouldn't even go down. It wouldn't even go back down. The RPM would just raise up. it wouldn't go back down again. That's what old classical Voiths do. I noticed that from like I think it's like Voiths from like the early 90s, the really old Voiths. They do that. But then as it got to like 2003, I'd say 2004, 2006, 2005, 2003, I think Voice started improving it, and they made it so that it goes up then down again, rather than just up and staying there. And then with the classical old Voice, obviously they went back into gear one. They would just go back down. They wouldn't even raise back up. So yeah, I don't know specifically why the engine has to raise up and down like that. I don't know why the gearbox manufacturers have designed it like that. But I think it's something linked to the torque converter, monitoring the oil, how the oil that reduces the fabrication around the engine, just making sure it goes down, like it moves a bit smooth. I think that's somewhat, but I don't know fully. I saw someone talking about it once, because people rarely talk about this shit, and I appreciate in the boss community if people actually talk more on stuff like this, because everyone just leaves you to know it. If you don't know, you're a fucking dumbass. People will shout at you, oh, you don't fucking know what kick down is on the bus. You don't know what this is on the bus. You don't know what that bus is called. You're fucking dumb. I hate people like that in this community. Let people have room to improve and understand stuff. You can't blame them when there's barely enough sources that actually tell us what the shit actually is. We just assumed. You just assume to know it right off the bat. Obviously, you can do research, but not everything you want to learn about a bus is online. Like, if you wanted to research, okay, why did buses, um, why do buses, what are all the noises a bus makes? Nothing will come up. I'm telling you right now, nothing will come up. What are all the basic noises a bus makes? A London bus. Why do the doors on a bus make the noise they do? Well, how exactly do the doors on a bus work? Nothing will come up for that. Nothing will come up for that. See, this is what I'm saying. We need more people in this community that actually like point stuff out like that. Because, bro, people have got genuine interest with these buses, man. We need more information to guide the community. That'll make the community a better place, you know. But anyways, let me show you how it reacts to me coming back from like fucking high. So you'll see it'll downshift earlier. Yeah. Okay, watch out downshifts earlier now, yeah. Watch. Slightly, it was a slight difference from last time, innit? You can tell. There was a slight difference. I've noticed buses do that. I've noticed a few buses do that. Oh, and another thing I need to do. Voiths do this thing where once it clocks that the bus driver has started braking the bus from a high speed, they will do this weird noise as the bus slows down. It's not the retarder, it's something else. It's not the usual retarder scream, it's something else. Once it clocks the bus has started slowing down from a high speed, they'll make this like it's a noise like that. It's similar to the axle. It's a similar noise that the axle makes. It's a similar noise to that. But it's just like some weird noise, bro. Like if you wanted to like take a street light, take a fucking DW, bro. You see what I mean? Take any Voith bus, bro. You see what I'm talking about? But one thing I'm struggling with at the moment is the blow-off valve from the turbo. I don't know how to get a clear sound of that. Because when I look up car blow-off valves, it's nothing. It's not like it. I need to just keep looking. I need to I'm gonna look for existing sounds and try to edit them. But the thing is, I want to make sounds like this, right? Like, because you know the sounds in this thing. they're all free because I've reused existing sounds, but I've trimmed them. I've trimmed them using Roblox's playback region. You can use that to trim sounds. I've used that to trim sounds to whatever I want. So basically, you know how sounds change as they play quicker and quicker. I've done a thing where I've made sounds completely short. I've just pitched them down. I've just pitched them down because obviously if you make a sound too short, it'll go super high pitch. So I pitched them down so I can literally make like exhaust, the engine noise, whatever I want. Obviously I was lucky with turbo because the turbo was already a free sound, the turbo whistle. But I need to find a way if I can use the existing sound on here to make a turbo blow valve noise, which I doubt because I'm really struggling with that right now. But yeah, you've heard the thing, you know what I'm talking about. Oh wait, let's hear it from inside because you've heard it from outside, didn't you? I also did the thing where Voith do this thing where when they brake and they're at a slow speed, to save fuel, to save a bit of extra fuel, they automatically go into neutral if it detects that you brake the bus from a slow speed, and then it'll go back into gear 1 once you release the brake. Watch. So I'm at a slow speed now, yeah? I brake, and then I release the brake. So I brake, release, brake, release, brake. I've noticed Voith do that. You know when you're just bored and stuck in traffic? And then boss has to keep like throttling the bus and he has to keep braking it. That's where I noticed it. Whoa, chill out, man, chill out. Obviously, sensor top will be implemented as well. Sensor top, bro, there's a misconception in this community. Sensor top means the thing is revving out. No, it's the same with kit down. They just make the gear shifts happen later. They don't just make it. It's not just revving high. It's making the thing shift out. Like it's making it shift later than usual. It's not when the bus revs high like this. Like that's not kick down. That's not automatically kick down. That's not kick down. It's when it affects the timing of the shifts. So if the bus has kick down enabled, what it will do is it will make the shift slightly later. Like if it was a low throttling, if it was like on a usual low throttling input, right? It would make the shift there happen a bit later, but it might not even do a high rev there. That's the thing. Kickdown just makes the shift timing a bit later than usual. It doesn't just need high rev. But like the thing is, people say kickdown like it's VTEC, bro. In this community, people say kickdown like it's VTEC. Like, okay, I understand VTEC because VTEC happens at VTEC actually kicks in at a certain moment, but kickdown isn't like that. Kickdown just makes the shift. It just automatically makes the shift in time a bit later. It's not something like it just kicked in at the last second and people go, oh my god, kick. It doesn't work like that. If the bus has got kick down enabled, it's always on. It's always on. There's just been a misconception in the community that kick down is just a high ref. That's not what it is. And it's an implemented system as well. It's an implemented system. It's not just, it doesn't mean high rev. It's a literal system in the gearbox. Not every gearbox has it. In the gearbox, it's computer. Sorry, in the gearbox, it's computer. It's a system in the gearbox, it's computer that some buses have. But sensor top works a bit differently. Sensor top will only make the shifting time a bit later when it's uphill. That's what sensor top will do. But kick down, it don't care. It doesn't care if it's the hill, if it's flat. It don't care, bro. It will just make the shifting time later every time, bro. And then you have Topodun. You have Topodun. Right, Topodun's got two modes to it. Power works exactly like kick down. It makes the shifting time later. And then you've got Echo mode. Echo mode makes the shifting later only uphill. So it works exactly like sensor top. Echo mode, it works exactly like sensor top. Right, now the reason why these gearbox manufacturers came up with different solutions to kick down is for fuel efficiency. Because obviously if the bus is revving high, because if it's shifting later all the time, like it's not really necessary. It's more necessary doing it at certain points where it's needed, like up a hill, for example. It's not needed everywhere the bus fucking goes. So I understand why they shifted away from kick down and they started making their own things. Like you see sensor top, that was made completely by Voith. Topodun, that was made by ZF, bro. And Elyson, no one talks about this here, but Elyson actually came up with their own thing as well. They came up with Fuel Sense. Fuel Sense 2, I think it is now. Elyson made their Fuel Sense. I think it should work. It should work like probably. I mean, I haven't really looked into Fuel Sense that much, but yeah. But Elyson, they have Fuel Sense though. So any bus past 2014, any Elyson bus past 2014, that's not kicked down your hearing, bro. No. Actually, wait. I don't know, bro. Nah, because you see them 2016 MMCs, each one of the MMCs Abellio had, the YX66s. They were brand new and they were revving high. They were shifting late, as if they had kicked down or something. Well, then again, it could be fuel sense, and there's a setting where you can turn it into like, you can make it affect the gear weights. It can make the gear weights wait a bit longer. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, there's the video, bro. Thank you for hanging here and listen to me fucking lecture on this whole thing, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Peace, man.